Northridge for the Hiram touchdown. 12-yard touchdown.
Dom Dualan is a quiet kid that was born in San Diego, California on May 8, 1998. He happened to be the firstborn into a loving family of 5. He has one younger sister and also has one younger brother. His major role model was his father. His father did everything for him and was always there for him. When his father ended up passing when Dom was in college, he never knew his life would end up taking this turn that it did. Before the passing of his father, Dom attended Vista Marietta High School in San Diego, California. He played multiple sports but excelled in football and was an outstanding offensive lineman through his career.
With a lot of the guys that are coming into the program, especially guys from real far out of state, he's from California, so a lot of that time it takes multiple hands to try and get him here. Dom's not a big talker, so he's kind of been one of those quiet contributors that he just kind of plugs and plays and kind of does his work, keeps his head down, and tries to grind it out as best he can. And he's that way in the off season, and he's that way in season. And he's a guy who is always doing the right thing. He's always where he needs to be and doing what he's supposed to be doing. But he's definitely been a contributor even as a freshman.
I chose Hiram for football, mainly, just because I wasn't gonna go to school. I wasn't just gonna go to school and not play football until Hiram came out to me and told me that they wanted me to play football for them. I was never expecting it. My original plan was just to go to school at SDSU, stay home in California, and just kind of go to school, get my degree, and then move on with life, basically. But Hiram just gave me an opportunity to play the sport. But I felt that I've always had a lot of love for it, but never got I feel like I didn't have enough time playing it.
Okay.
So I took this opportunity to play it some more, and it's just something different. Ohio's different. There's a lot more green out here. There's no green back home. It's all just dry heat, brown, but very different experience.
One thing you will not hear Dom talk about a lot are his friends back home in San Diego, California. For kids in Southern California, Ohio was usually not the destination that they want to end up at. And Dom knew that coming to Hiram, Ohio to continue his football career, he'd have to sacrifice a lot of his friends back at home.
On your feet, Hiram fans, here come the Terriers.
My dad was a huge sports person, but he was never sports before family or school or anything like that. It was always just something to keep me out of trouble, when I was younger. Okay. So I went around the neighborhood, being a problem. I was a really sports-heavy kid, to be honest. I played baseball, soccer, basketball. Didn't play football till high school. But if I wasn't doing that, I was playing video games, or just outside, playing with kids in the neighborhood. That was kind of my childhood.
Rodney Myers pass. Complete to number 10, Joyce Foreman, for a 52-yard touchdown.
I definitely saw athleticism, from an athletic standpoint. I saw that he was a very athletic young man, but I saw his personality. The biggest thing for Dom that I've seen that he's improved on is when he first got to Hiram, he was a very soft-spoken young man. I've seen him kind of come out of his shell. He's members of organizations down campus, and he's really expanding his experience and things. That's something I've seen him grow in. I've seen him grow as a person, and I've seen him grow as a person in the standpoint of his new roles and being more vocal. And that's, I think, is important. I mean, he's continue getting better every year athletically within football. But I think the biggest thing is that the things that he's doing on campus now is things that he wouldn't have normally would have did right away.
What? Every Asian family did.
What?
Lucky you.
Going around with dogs and I'm like,
Lucky you.
yeah.
Little finger.
Give him the finger.
Someone like this.
Yeah.
The person I look up to on the team is Dom. You know, he's real motivational. When I first came to the team, you know, he gave me like a lot of pointers. Like when I played in high school, I wasn't all that. Now that I'm here, I'm on the verge of being a starter, and that's because of Dom. You know, Dom was real helpful and, you know, real understanding person. So that's why I look up to Dom.
Dom is a role model to me because of what he does on the field. When I first got here, I never played the position that I played, left tackle, and he was ahead of me. I was second string, I was backup. And this is my first year playing that position. But when I started like studying his techniques and stuff, I found out that he was actually pretty good at what he does. And then that just helped me out tremendously. When I was his backup, I watched Dom, like, I won't say every play, but like pretty much a lot. Because I just wanted to see what techniques he was using so I can get better at that position that I was moving to.
I basically just kind of like became the man of the house, I guess. Like I kind of just took all that on my shoulders and ran with it. I kind of like my dad grew up like making sure that he knew that like if he were to pass away, like that's like my duty kind of to my family, like just to take care of them best I can, like help out where I can. And that's kind of what I just try and do. Like whatever my mom needs help with, I help her with. Whatever my brother and sister need help with, I help them with.
Okay.
I miss everything about San Diego. I miss the sunshine, the beach, the Mexican food, everything. It's just the city. I'm kind of a city kid, so being out here is a little bit different.
Is it?
My mom is like a huge part of my life. She's like basically my everything. When my dad passed away, like it was a lot, and it just brought our whole family closer. Obviously, like when you lose someone like that, but like all of us, I got super close to my mom, especially after that happened. Like a lot closer than before, but like really, really close. So I don't know, like my mom's just basically my everything, I would say. My dad passed away April 12th, 2018, so pretty recently, I would say. Almost, it was like sudden, I guess. He had a lot of health issues, and like his health issues just led to like other problems, which like led to him passing away, obviously. Like just one thing after another, kind of his health issues. Like one thing would go bad, and then another thing would go bad, and then once that thing would get like better, something else would go bad, and that was just kind of like him from not taking care of himself. So it was like a sudden thing, but it was kind of like we knew because of how unhealthy his habits were that there was a chance that he could pass away.